Hey y'all, hey, it's me, V the CPS Scholar, and I'm on my walk. It's super hot out here. I hope this video finds you happy, blessed, and full of love. I just wanted to drop in and do a little video about that brick situation. I've been seeing so many videos, so many TikToks, so many stitches, so many lives, and honestly, I think the black community is looking very, very embarrassing. I love my people. It's embarrassing. The stuff that black men are saying is embarrassing. Heck, the stuff that black women are saying is embarrassing. Theories that are being come up with are embarrassing. The whole thing, that's why we look crazy as all get out to these other folks. I apologize if I look sweaty. Like I said, I'm out here trying to unbig my back. But anyways, I just watched a live Real Talk with Yanni, and it brought a lot of stuff to the surface. If you don't know, I don't know, it was a few days back. There was a young lady that got online, or who posted a video online. It looked like she was in a parking lot near some brick buildings or whatever. Looked like it was a night spot late. And baby, she was looking like the Elephant Man. She was looking like, I don't know if y'all remember that movie, The Mask. Not the Jim Carrey one, the one with the Cher. And the other young man who had like elephantitis of the face. Her face was jacked. And there was a group of young men standing around her. And she was yelling and saying that some dude hit her in the face with a brick. And all the young men, I think all of them were black, stood around her and did nothing. So her feelings were hurt because they didn't do anything to step in. You could hear the accent. Couldn't tell if it was in America, but I think they said it was in Houston, Texas. But now we don't even know if that's true. And then they showed a follow-up of her in the hospital with her face looking wrecked. And her saying that she wouldn't be able, she's gonna miss, her face is messed up. She didn't have the type of job that would be allow her to miss days. I guess if you want people around your job looking crazy and busted up, that's something else. So all heck broke loose. So I'm gonna sit up here and admit, when I first saw this, I was like, yet another case of a man being rejected and a woman being brutalized for it. Because I don't know if you remember, there was the one lady who was outside at the corner store, and some dudes offered her a bottle of wine, and she said no, she wasn't interested, and the dude turned vicious and tried to like bite her face off, her eyes. I think she was like blind in one eye. Then there was the other lady that got hit with a skateboard for rejecting a man. I know myself. I was telling somebody this story. Well, when I was like 18 something, 18 whatever, used to go out to the nightclubs. Used to hate the 18 and up clubs. I preferred the 21 up clubs, because when you would go to the 18 up clubs, they would try to grab your butt, and if you didn't go along with it, you might get splashed on some drinks, kind of like gin and juice. It's all in our culture. Or some dude might want to try to fight you, or they would tell you you didn't look good. Lord, the amount of times you told them no, and they say, you think your ish don't stink, or your P word is gold. I mean, this is like built into being a woman, unfortunately. Heck, I even remember being a young girl and going to swim at the community pool, and we couldn't even enjoy ourselves because there was dudes who were way older than us showing up to the pool to get their little cheap feel. And if you didn't let them get their cheap feel, they would throw you, they would slam you into the pool, they would damn near drown you because you thought you were all that. So this is nothing new to me. So it was extra crazy to see this lady complain, but I like totally understood, and I totally related. So the other part was her saying that she didn't feel protected, and that part too. Okay. And there was other situations where things would happen out and about. And I had one situation where a girl was about to fight me, and dudes jumped in and protected me because I was a little nerd and never said anything to anybody. And heck, I think I probably was helping them with their homework, but they kept me from getting jumped. But there's other cases where dudes just turn and look the other way, act like they ain't seen nothing, and you were just out of luck. So it depended on the group of dudes. It also depended on whether or not they knew you. And oh, look where I am. It's so pretty. Flip. Yeah, this is where I am. But so like I said, all of the things. Not feeling protected, not feeling safe, and letting out a sad cry because the men of your community won't protect you. The first time I really heard people talking about the story, I'm not gonna front, there was an older gentleman on TikTok who was upset that the young dudes that was around didn't help, and he was having a chat to discuss why the young gentlemen weren't protecting. Where could we have failed the community? Because usually the community protects women and children, and he just didn't understand this new generation of men. Then, baby, when I was in those comments, there was men saying she deserved it. Black men, y'all said y'all was independent and strong. Well, protect yourselves. She's black, so she probably deserved it. This is from black men online. So it was super duper disheartening. Then the guys in the video were like, why would we jump in? What if he would have did something to us? All the things. So I mean, I saw a video where they said nowadays that being considered a man does not include protecting or providing. And that is the old school way of being a man. I didn't want to believe it. I believe it now. So all that happened. So then TikTok has an algorithm and it starts bombarding you with videos. And the amount of think pieces that came through about why this woman probably did something to deserve it, or why she deserved to get hit. Because I think it turns out she was a TikToker who does skits that were similar to what happened. Sort of, kind of, but not really. And also, I believe she's a part of the LGBTQ community, and she was saying she was good without men or whatever. Meaning, like, dating them and all that other stuff like that. And then she talked about a topic that I feel strongly about, the cisgendered labeling topic. Haven't really talked about it on here, but yeah. So then next thing out the blue, so they already said she deserved it. Then some man came out the blue. He looked soft as cotton candy. Yeah, I said it. He looked probably like he was 12 years old, but he was claiming he was one of the dudes there. And when she got hit with the brick, she's a troublemaker because she made those skits, so she deserved it. And he didn't help her, and he wouldn't help her again. He got a daughter to go home to. All of this good stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. That's wild, but okay. Then he got a reaction, which I don't know why you would take it behind on the internet to admit that you were being a coward and you wasn't helping anything. When he caught the backlash, he started using manosphere talking points. That's when I knew something was up. Oh, y'all are single, black, bitter, baby mamas, or whatever, which was weird because he said he had a daughter and he's not with the mama. So you made a single mama. So it was weird. And he was like, why don't y'all go project that on y'all baby daddies? This, that, and the other. Black women deserve to get hit. Then he proceeds to detail how he saw the woman get hit in the face and he took joy in seeing the brick caked in her makeup after it hit her face. Let that sink in. So I said, well, something wrong with this man. Something wrong with him. First it was the talking points, then it was that. So then he came back again. He said, women forget GUNS. Get a brick to protect yourself. Get a brick. He was making a joke out of it now. Come to find out, y'all, This little boy, who obviously has mental issues, his baby mother, his ex, came out and said he was never there. He was not in the state. He made it up. He was there for clout. I'm like, oh my God. I said, you know what? I wasn't believing, like when he said it, first of all, the age he looked, he didn't look like he would be out that late. It was just, something about it didn't seem right. And then, and I also, like I said, I didn't expect him to jump in because he looked like a good gust of wind could blow him by his behind away. So I said, there's no way. So then, like I said, I saw different lives, and yes, I saw men sticking up for the lady who got hit with the brick. Women who were against her and saying she shouldn't have been out there. Where were the other women? All this other stuff like that. So everybody's still going at it. The gender wars. Now I just watched that live with Real Talk with Yanni, and she was saying that, you know, she was questioning if it happened because, you know, with the whole Carly Russell thing, well, in general, they don't believe black women, period, point blank. I've had stuff happen to me, and I had to fight for my life to get someone to believe me and protect me. So that's that's my touch points or whatever. So totally happened, but we found a way to say the victim was the problem. And shoot, I mean, if you want to blame an 8-year-old, which they did, in my case. So I've all throughout my life, I've been in crazy situations, and anybody that knows me in real life, I'm a homebody. I stay home. So if you want to say the perfect victim, I'm sure y'all will find something to dig up to say I deserved it, because that's how y'all roll. So Yanni went on there, and she was saying that, you know, it was weird because the only people talking about it were online. There was no police. The news have been trying to find the lady. She won't interview and everything. And then another video popped up where she said she doesn't want to interview. She doesn't want to see people because you guys centered her and made it about her, like she wasn't the one that got hit with the brick. You need to find the man and censor him, but nobody could find the man. And then we had the fake dude show up and say he was there and he wasn't. So we're all back at square one, right? So I remember, I mean, they were saying, well, what happened to her face if she didn't get hit? Since people want to say it's fake now. And people are like, well, maybe it was an abscess. I have seen people's face blow up like that with an abscess, but not her whole she was looking like, she looked like she got hit with a brick. Then also they were saying maybe her and the dude who came out and said he was there were in cahoots for clout. All types of stories then came out in regards to this. So what did I get from this whole situation? What I will say is, I don't care if y'all believe me. I don't care if y'all don't believe black women. At this point, it's every man for himself, because the black community looking crazier than a mug. And that's what they wanted. Victims are real. These things happen. The reason people don't come out and say anything is for this exact reason. Heck, y'all are on here cheering a non-black woman, calling a black woman a monkey. I wouldn't tell y'all shit either. I wouldn't tell y'all a thing. I wouldn't tell y'all, I wouldn't depend on y'all. I mean, if my life depended on it, and it's true, my life would depend on it. And this video may come back to haunt me one day, and guess what? Y'all wasn't gonna help me anyway. But I'm a member of the black community. I love the black community. I'm one of these people who come out here and support causes, but I work from a different angle. I make sure that the future people don't end up in crazy places and build from the bottom up. You work with what you can work with, and you help how you can help. Anybody who knows me in real life knows how I help the community. So I'm not going to get all into that. But like I said, this whole situation was disappointing. Victimhood is real. Trafficking is real. Domestic violence is real. DV, whatever you want to call it, SA is real. It happens, and the perpetrators count on you acting like this. They count on you to act like this. And there's also people who make false reports too. There's people who make false reports. The other part they were saying is, because I believe she's Somali and she looks Somali, the skin tone, beauty, all that good stuff, that she may be an illegal immigrant, and that's why she doesn't want to talk. Then they were breaking down the fact that if she went to the hospital and she would have said that she was assaulted, the police would automatically been called and they would have been out of her hands. So they're questioning if the hospital scene was real. The funny part is I remember when I was pregnant and went to the hospital and I must have eaten something or something happened and my lips started blowing up. I got full lips. But imagine them being huge. And whether you know this or not, it's a fact that most domestic violence happen when the woman is pregnant. There's something about the woman being needy, hormones, a new life coming. Man want to put hands. Went to the hospital. My lip was swollen. They kept trying to pull me to the side to ask me if my husband was beating my behind. I'm like, no, he's not beating my behind. I genuinely, my lip just blew up. But they kept asking. So the lady was yelling. So we don't know if they never asked her, if she lied and said she fell. And then I think they did say a club owner said that the incident did happen, but it happened weeks ago. She just dropped the video the other day. And now there's a GoFundMe to help her because she supposedly won't be able to work and she's not showing her face. I even saw somewhere where they said that her face was done with Hollywood makeup. At that point, I was like, I'm going to throw up my church finger. But I'm going to let you know to all the people who say they won't protect a person, especially if they don't know them. When women are independent and single and they don't need protection. If you think about that, that sounds preposterous. Even if, I bet you, if she was a dog, everybody would have came. If they saw a dog getting hit with a brick, all hell would have broke loose. Also, it made me think about that Montgomery brawl. If that dude who everybody was calling the security officer turned out he was a captain of the ship, shout out to you, Captain. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see that I said that I saw a movie review about the quote-unquote movie review about the Montgomery brawl and how it was the best piece of cinema ever. Totally agree. It was wild. Good entertainment because you saw people who were jumping, racists who were jumping somebody get there. So, you know, there was a payoff in it because we hate seeing the injustices and stuff. So, but now I'm convinced that if that captain would have been a woman, nobody would have said, nobody would have did a thing. They would have sat there and watched. Nobody would have did a thing. I don't care if she would have cuckooed and threw that cap in the air. Nobody would have showed up. They'd be like, oh, you strong and independent. You worked that out. But let's just say when the Montgomery brawl was going on and those Karens was fighting those dudes, who jumped in without no hesitation? The aunties and the sisters came out. They was like, okay, we don't want to see you beating on the women. You know, that one lady got a chair to the head, but we're not gonna go there. They jumped in. They said, let's come in with our brothers and throw hands. But like I said, it's a crying shame. We went from the Montgomery brawl to the freaking Love and Hip Hop debacle. This foolishness with the lady with the brick. I see so many things. I'm like, shoot, I don't even want to come out no more. If you look at me, even though I have told I'm not a bad looking woman, y'all will find I couldn't go outside. I would need to stay in the house according to y'all, because I would be a troublemaker and a provocateur to allow somebody to do something for me. Heck, me walking in the park right now. What she was doing in the park? Exercising. Oh, she should have been in the house with her children. Y'all don't know where the hell my children at. Y'all would have questioned my mother. By the time everything was over, I would have deserved whatever happened to me in the park. This is a mirror. This put a mirror up in front of the community. So now I know, as a part of manhood, you're no longer required to protect or provide. And in order to be protected and kept safe, you need to be the perfect victim. So that's my take on the brick situation. It is what it is. Hopefully, if the brick situation is real, it may or may not be. We know the man who came out and relished in the brick hitting her face turned out not to be real because his ex told on him and said he was lying. But If it is real, I'm praying for her. If it's not, she exposed, y'all. With that being said, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe if you like chatting with me. And as I always say, love who love you. May God bless you with everything that you need. And the CPS Scholar is what? Out. I still love y'all in real life. Bye.